Let's also get you more details of the other top focus story that we've closely tracked. There has been one haunting question in the RJ Kaur Medical College rape and murder case. Right from the start, was there a cover-up? Now, earlier today, what we brought to you has kind of answered that question. Times now has been able to access 2 phone calls that were made to the parents of the rape and the murder victim. In these 2 calls, it has become amply clear now that there was an attempt to mislead the parents about their daughter's fate. They were first told that she's not feeling well, and then later also that she has committed suicide. So these conversations that, you're reading also a part of this right now on your screens, when the call is made in the first time from the hospital to the parents, and they are told that the daughter is not feeling too well and the mother is helpless. She's also asking, does my daughter have fever? What should we do? They are also told that she should, in fact, come directly to the hospital. The hospital staff, in fact, has then later called up to make a call that lasts just about 7 seconds, where they say that she has died by suicide. And all these lies when the phone calls were made much after the doctor is even found dead. So there are 2 phone calls and an open attempt to cover up the truth, and all of this happening after the girl is already found dead. The police had arrived at the scene. First, the conversations that we've been able to access.
উনি সুসাইড করেছেন হয়তো বা কিছু মারা গেছেন। পুলিশ রয়েছে, আমরা হসপিটালে সবার সামনেই রয়েছি, ফোন করছি। আপনারা হ্যাঁ বলুন। হ্যালো
হ্যালো,
হ্যাঁ বলুন।
বাবা বলছি।
হ্যাঁ বলুন বলুন।
কি হয়েছে কি সেটা বলো না একটু।
ওনার অবস্থা খুবই খারাপ, ওনার অবস্থা খুবই খারাপ। আপনি যতটা তাড়াতাড়ি পারবেন চলে আসুন।
কি হয়েছে না সেটা বলো না।
ওটা তো ডাক্তার বলবে, আপনি একটু তাড়াতাড়ি চলে আসুন এখানে।
আপনি কে বলছেন বলুন তো?
আমি অ্যাসিস্ট্যান্ট সুপার বলছি, আমি ডাক্তার বলছি না।
ডাক্তার নেই হবে কেউ?
আমি সুপারিনটেন্ডেন্ট কথা বলছি। হ্যালো
হ্যাঁ ঠিক আছে।
হ্যাঁ, আমি অ্যাসিস্ট্যান্ট সুপারিনটেন্ডেন্ট কথা বলছি। আপনার মেয়েকে আমরা এমার্জেন্সিতে নিয়ে এসেছি, আপনারা আসুন, এসে যোগাযোগ করুন।
ও কি হয়েছিল কি? ও তো ডিউটিতে ছিল।
আপনারা জলদি চলে আসুন, যতটা তাড়াতাড়ি পারবেন।
And also remember, as you see this entire story, there are a lot more questions that are being raised also about, why did this happen in the first place? Who really floated a suicide theory? The staff possibly can be given a benefit of doubt that perhaps is because they wanted the parents to first come to the hospital and then inform them of the whole truth. But when you listen into the second conversation that we'll just play out next, all doubts will be laid to rest. That this was a clear attempt to mislead the parents, because in this follow-up conversation, the parents are directly told that their daughter may have died by suicide.
ওর একটু শরীরটা খারাপ হয়েছে, আপনারা কি একটু আসতে পারবেন ইমিডিয়েট?
কেন, কি হয়েছে কি?
ওর শরীরটা খারাপ, আমরা ভর্তি করাচ্ছি ওকে, আপনি কি ইমিডিয়েট একটু আসতে পারবেন?
কি হয়েছে কি সেটা বলবেন তো?
সেটা তো ডাক্তাররা বলবে আপনারা এলে। আমরা আপনার নাম্বারটা জোগাড় করলাম, করে জানালাম যে বাড়ির লোক হিসেবে আপনারা একটু তাড়াতাড়ি আসুন।
কি হয়েছে সেটা বলো না তুমি।
পেশেন্ট শরীরটা খারাপ, ভর্তি হয়েছে হসপিটালে, বাকিটা আপনারা এলে ডাক্তার বলবে।
ওর কি জ্বর হয়েছে?
আপনারা একটু আসুন, জলদি চলে আসুন, যত তাড়াতাড়ি পারবেন।
কেন, খুব অবস্থা খারাপ?
খুব অবস্থা খারাপ, হ্যাঁ খুব অবস্থা খারাপ, একটু তাড়াতাড়ি চলে আসুন।
হ্যালো,
হ্যাঁ অ্যাসিস্ট্যান্ট সুপার বলছি। হ্যাঁ শুনুন, আপনাকে তখন বারবার বলছিলাম, ব্যাপারটা হচ্ছে যে আপনার মেয়ে উনি সুসাইড করেছেন হয়তো বা কিছু মারা গেছেন। পুলিশ রয়েছে, আমরা হসপিটালে সবার সামনেই রয়েছি, ফোন করছি। আপনারা যতটা তাড়াতাড়ি পারবেন চলে আসুন।
আমরা আসছি এক্ষুনি আসছি।
হ্যাঁ একটু তাড়াতাড়ি চলে আসুন।
And the parents then also confirm that they are rushing to the hospital. Even then, they have no information that their daughter already has been declared dead.
আমি আজিকর বলছিলাম। আচ্ছা আপনারা আসছেন তো?
হ্যাঁ একদম আসছি। কেমন আছে শরীর?
আপনারা আসুন, আসলে কথা হবে। আসুন, আজিকর হসপিটালে আসুন, আমাদের এই চেস্ট ডিপার্টমেন্টের এইচওডি স্যারের কাছে আসুন।
And we also have a reaction now from the Trinamool Congress that has responded by questioning the authenticity of these tapes. They say it's a CBI now that needs to investigate. It's a CBI that has to be answerable. And it's only the CBI that can tell us what went wrong.
Riju Datta, time and again allegations on the hospital. Now the tapes are out. I hope you've heard the tape where the parents very clearly have been misled. What do you have to say?
I have heard the tapes. Now, what is the authenticity of the tapes? I do not know. There is nothing that the West Bengal administration or Calcutta police can do about these tapes. And I'm saying this with all humility. The case is transferred to the CBI. They have been investigating this for the last 15, 16 days. The principal of the hospital, even today, he is called by the CBI. In the last 12 days, he is called regularly and grilled for 10 hours daily. So whatever steps that needs to be taken, if somebody has misled the family of the victim, if somebody has made these allegations, Calcutta police didn't do it. So if somebody from the hospital has done it, then everything and all the people of the hospital involved are in front of the CBI.
Let's also get in our colleague Sabyasachi, who's joining us live, and he's been tracking the story. You know, Sabyasachi, till now, this was just in hushed whispers. Maybe this was just an innuendo that what really went wrong, people, did not have this proof. But now that you have a tape now that the TMC believes is not even authentic, does this not prove what the parents have been saying right from day one? That there was an attempt to kind of hush up the entire case right from day one. But the critical question is, who was doing this? Is it the former principal or perhaps bigger people, bigger forces involved?
Well, absolutely. See, the parents of the victim from day one, in fact, whenever they have spoken to the media, they have said that from the Arjikor Medical College and Hospital, the assistant superintendent had called up the parents and said that she is not well. After that, the assistant superintendent again called and said that her daughter has committed suicide. Now, time and again, the parents has been continuously shouting that there has been serious lapses from the hospital administration, because after the death of her daughter, nobody from the administration even bothered to call her. In fact, the parents went on to allege that when they reached Arjikor Medical College and Hospital, they had to beg to the Kolkata police to let them see their daughter's face. Now, these were some of the serious allegations that were being leveled by the parents time and again, questioning on the misconduct of the hospital administration as well as the initial investigation by the Calcutta police. Now, after this audio clip has come into the light, it is very much clear that what the parents were saying is absolutely true, that someone from within the administration was trying to cover up the incident, was trying to mislead the parents of the victim. And the major question arises, under whose instruction, whether it was taking place on the instruction of the former principal, Dr. Sandeep Ghosh, or there's somebody else. So these are some of the questions that the CBI is also looking answer for, and that is the reason why 40-odd people statement has been recorded so far by the CBI. Sandeep Ghosh, for the 12th day, has been summoned by the CBI for questioning. The statement of the assistant superintendent of Arjikor Medical College and Hospital has also been recorded by the CBI. But the question still remains, under whose instruction did the assistant superintendent try to cover up the entire matter? Under whose instruction did she call up the parents and lied to them that her daughter has committed suicide?
And who will answer these questions? You know, Sabyasachi, today the TMC can sit pretty and say that, listen, the CBI is investigating the case. But the truth be told, these are calls that actually went in from the hospital. So someone must have spoken, and created this entire issue that we need to say and inform the parents that first the girl is ill, then they say the girl has died because of suicide. Why did they lie?
Well, absolutely. See, that is the major question that the CBI is looking for. Clearly, when the hospital administration, if you see after the incident, there's a video that came out how the crime scene was filled with around 20 to 25 people. Though after that, the Kolkata police have come out with a clarification that 40 feet of the crime scene had been secured and it hasn't been breached. Now, the major question arises if there were police present. Now, in that particular audio call between the assistant superintendent of Arjikar Medical College and Hospital and the parents of the victim. They say that the police are here, the hospital administration people are here, and they are calling the parents. So if the police was present over there, how did they allow the assistant superintendent to call the parents and mislead them, in fact say that their daughter has committed suicide? Whether the hospital administration, whether former principal Dr. Sandeep Ghosh, under his instruction this particular move was being carried out by the assistant superintendent or not, or whether the police instructed. So these are some of the questions which largely remains, because initial part of the investigation was with the Kolkata police. It was only after 5 days that the investigation was handed over to the CBI. So if there is some lapses as far as the investigation is concerned, or the tampering of the evidence is concerned, or misleading the parents is concerned, it must have happened under the view of the state machinery.
Okay. And when you say state machinery, remember there are a lot of people then who will get involved, whether it is the state's chief minister, the state's health minister, who also happens to be Mamata Banerjee, and the state's home minister, who again happens to be Mamata Banerjee. So is the buck stopping at her, or perhaps someone else? We'll track that story. Sabyasachi, for the moment, thank you for getting us everything on that story as we quickly head into a break. When we come back, there's lots more coming up.